he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Boy, it really had to be deflating for the Spurs after winning 61 games in the regular season to be bounced out of the playoffs by the Grizzlies in the first round. It raised some interesting and difficult questions for them moving forward.
Making a switch here, the Bulls. And he makes both free throws. Going back, Clark, to that first-round upset, the second time an eighth seed has ever won in a 7-game series. And the Spurs were thoroughly outplayed, Steve, by the Memphis Grizzlies. Zach Randolph, Marcus Gasol.
Well, maybe the play of the game right there.
An alley-oop slam is always going to be at the top of the list there, Clark.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's one of my favorite plays in basketball, guys.
Passes it to Higgins. Moving the ball. He's picked up by Pippen. Now the pass to Pressey. 6 on the shot clock. Blocked. Here's Massenberg, and this time he converts for the second chance points. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
Here's Jordan, and he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Now, that's just rubbing it in, fellas.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon.
Outside, Green. Pass to Pressey. Over Jordan. And Pressey gets it to go. 12 points for him.
He's just playing so well across the board, guys.
Yep, I agree. I mean, that's... Whoa! That's taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
I'll tell you one thing, it's really hard to go from winning no playoff series in 1 year to a championship. That is a big jump. Only 2 teams have done it in the modern era. That's what the Bulls were up against last season.
Touching back.
And that steal really triggered the fast break. Nice play.
Hey, you're right, and the break itself may have been even better.
.59 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Jordan.
So a couple of poor possessions now in a row consecutively. Both times turnovers. That's not productive basketball. That's not winning basketball.
No, Clark, you start stringing errors back to back.
Well, he took that one to the rack with some purpose.
I'll say beautiful dunk there, Steve.
Yeah, how about the agility? Just the power and the skill. Impressive.
Purdue with a screen on Pressey. They double him with Green. Here's Jordan. And the wing jumper offline. Shoots a 3. The shot no good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Back here in just a moment from San Antonio.
Coming up next Sunday night, the Orlando Magic go up against the Detroit Pistons, live from Auburn Hills. Don't miss out.
And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, the spark today came from the San Antonio Spurs. There have been no missteps along the way, and they have shown great heart and hustle so far. It's been a big factor as to why they're in the position to win this thing. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Green is out there with Cummings. Then it's Johnson, then it's Elliott, and it's Pressey in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5.
You know, they're lucky to be leading here as much as we've seen rather loose control of the basketball, Kevin.
And fellas, that's something they have to address. I mean, double-digit turnovers in just the first half, that's unacceptable.
Johnson right side. Cummings shoots it up. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, seeing the Bulls here, they were just absolutely terrific against the Western Conference last year, and I don't think that should be a surprise at all.
That one is off. Like you mentioned, the Bulls in the West, Steve, they were 23-7 against the conference. Very good numbers.
That was the best mark of any team in the East. 3 more wins than the Heat, who came in second with 20. Well, you look at last season, guys, the Spurs had the best record in the Western Conference, almost unbeatable at home, where they were 36-5. The opening was there for a split second, but he didn't get it there in time.
And that one's good. And the Spurs lead by 6. Elliott against Pippen. Now Paxson. Five to shoot. Hodges. Off target from outside. Steve, we talk about the San Antonio crowd, one of the most terrific fan bases of any sports franchise. They're just so much in love with everything this franchise does.
Yeah, really, when you think about it, those fans, I mean, the Spurs are their pride and joy. I mean, they're enthusiastic, knowledgeable. And the most successful small market team in the league is San Antonio. So the bond between the team and the community is really something special. It's neat to see.
And Clark, I said any sport, and I do believe that. I mean, you talk Green Bay fans or New York Giant fans, and you know, I mean, you're talking about a bond. That's a great word to use, bond. There is a bond between the team and the fans.
Yeah, big time connection.
Well, he rotated defensively, but probably just a little bit too late, and good call. He didn't quite get to the spot.
That's always a bang-bang call for the officials. He got that one right.
Johnson, the pass to Elliott. He's picked up by Pippen. Green kicks to Johnson. From deep. Kept alive. Here's Cummings, and he converts the layup.
Second chance is such a huge part of his game. He's really good on the offensive glass.
Out of bounds. And they retain possession. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here is Hodges. A 3 off the inbound.
They really need to start looking elsewhere, guys, because he can't get anything to go. He came away empty there, and that's a shot that should probably go down.
And here is Johnson. Back to Green. Johnson outside. Pippen with the steal.
That's turnover number 5 for him, guys, so he's got to be much better with the ball.
Hodges, that's good.
He's one of the few guys you don't mind seeing take the 3 in transition.
Johnson dishes to Cummings. Back to Johnson. Got a piece of it.
He has not done a good job taking care of the ball here tonight. 4 turnovers for him.
And Pippen gets it to go.
Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Now here's Johnson. On the clock from downtown. Grant gets the rebound. Grant's got 3 rebounds now in this one. To tie it up. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Boy, he's a great option from long range on the fast break if you give him that much room.
Johnson, the pass to Elliott. Green. Johnson outside. Cummings backs in to end the run, and it's good on the way up. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Yeah, points in the paint have been a huge factor here for them.
Steve, looking to take it inside and go up strong. That's a remedy for success.
Elliott kicks to Green. He He passes to Pressey. And the jam by Terry Cummings.
I think he wanted some one-on-one time with the rim. He wasn't letting that thing go.
No, a little pose up there hanging on the rim. Just kind of showing off a little bit, Clark.
Here's Grant. Up top, Paxson. He's guarded by Johnson. Off the pick. And Terry Cummings pulls it down. Cummings got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Johnson dishes to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
Now they've got to offer more resistance inside. Just too many easy buckets in the paint.
Yeah, Stephen, that's the top priority for any defense. You got to protect the paint.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We got to wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Number 33. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Here's Paxson. There's the pick. Jordan against Elliott. The basket, the bump, and the foul. Oh, what a play.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
You know, it's interesting with the Spurs how good they've been. They just don't get a lot of attention. You know, their games don't always draw in big TV ratings, but year after year, they seem to just fly under the radar.
Working it around now. Dishes to Cummings. Shoots a fader. Again, the Spurs good for 2. So, Clark, when you look at the Spurs, why is it, do you think, that they haven't captured the imagination of some fans?
Well, I mean, most casual fans and even some of the more ardent, rabid fans are more intrigued and excited by much more flat. And
I'm talking nationally now, not locally, but nationally.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. So that's what I'm saying, that those folks tend to get hung up and enamored with the highlights and the real high-profile type stars. And quite honestly, it just doesn't sell as much across the country. But for those of us who enjoy basketball, know basketball, appreciate all the work that goes into it, they are a model franchise and one of the outstanding sports franchises in all the sports, in my opinion.
Well said. Hodges the pass to Jordan. Pass to Hodges. From about 19 feet. Bullseye. Jordan's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Back to Cummings. And there's the pass to Elliott. 5 on the clock. Takes it up. Bulls trail by 3. Paxson kicks to Jordan to tie it up. Rebound San Antonio. Anderson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. This is the second outing of the season against the Bulls.
Yeah, they really took it on the chin that last time out, and the difference was the turnover differential. When you look at the stat sheet, they were so careless with the ball, and those mistakes were just too much to overcome.
Green is checked in for the Spurs. Cartwright's checked in for Chicago. Pippen comes in for Hodges. Here is Elliott. Strickland guarded by Paxson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Strickland. And it's Chicago with the rebound. What about, Clark, what Steve just talked about? How was it possible for them to turn the ball over so much in that game?
Well, I mean, the defense was outstanding. Now, you got to give some credit where credit is due. But they also were a little sloppy at times with the ball.
They double him with Jordan. Elliott guarded by Paxson. Pass to Elliott. He dishes it to Cummings. Grant on him. With the shot. Cummings' shot is good. Cummings got 12 now in this quarter.
They are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
San Antonio leading.
Yeah, and the turnovers were a huge factor in that game, guys. You can't give away possessions at this level and expect to win.
And unless you plan on scoring every trip down, Steve, you better not be turning the ball over again and again like they were.
From outside the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Grant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
I thought they showed just how good they can be defensively as a team. They made it very difficult for anybody to find an open look out there.
Yeah, that was the preeminent factor in the game to me. I mean, just the great job they did at the defensive end of the floor.
Elliott against Pippen. Here's Jordan. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
They've done a great job of controlling the boards in this one, Kevin.
Cummings against Paxson. Jordan against Anderson. Here's Strickland. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Clark, as you were saying, even though it's close, they really have had inside presence.
Right as always, partner.
He doesn't get the second one.
I think he's capable of shooting the ball much better than he has so far. I don't think there's any doubt about that, guys.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe.
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
They double him with Jordan. He feeds it to Anderson. And here comes the break. Goes up. Shot. No good. Now San Antonio the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Strickland. Passes it to Elliott. The 3 is launched. That's good. Elliott's got 21.
He is extremely comfortable behind that three-point line. I mean, especially when you give him that kind of room to operate.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 5. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. Making a switch here, the Bulls. Hodges checked in. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. Fires from the wing. And Jordan gets it to go.
He's just been dominant, trying to dig his team out of the hole.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Here is Elliott. Here is Anderson, and stolen by Jordan.
Well, it's too bad after such an efficient first half. He's starting to turn the ball over here in the second. Now, that should be a rule. No layups. Protect the paint, make them earn every point.
Yeah, I think that's just tough, hard-nosed, smash-mouth basketball. Make your opponent earn their points from the line. Don't give up any layups.
Both good from the line that time. And so here is San Antonio. They lead by 1. Elliott against Pippen. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
They got to bring the double team on him.
Yeah, I would have expected to see that already, Clark.
Well, I think sort of just playing this one out now as they get the last rebound. They really haven't had much success today controlling the missed shot.
Here's Jordan. Drops it in from 12 feet.
He's got so many ways to hurt you. I mean, he is really an offensive force out there.
Good look. Buries it.
You can't fault what he's been doing out there. Some really impressive shooting.
Less than 1 minute left. The pass to Hodges. To tie it up. No good. Now San Antonio the other way. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. They double him with Jordan. Anderson kicks to Green. To the middle, Elliott. Clock at 2. Over Jordan. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And they add to this lead, trying to close this game out.
I think it would take a lot of luck and maybe then some. I mean, might be time to pack this thing in.
Here's Pippen. Feeds to Jordan. Hodges with a screen on Anderson. Off the pick. Money!
Great screen there. It sprung him open, and he took advantage.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're ahead by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Six seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Well, not much of a choice there. They pretty much had the foul.
Yeah, that's the only option they had to try to get the ball back to even this thing up.
2 for 2, and it's a 5-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
Fires the 3. Missed! And so it's San Antonio with the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.
Welcome, basketball fans, to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Tuesday night in the NBA.
The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one following a loss to the Dallas Mavericks. They had a chance there right up to the end. They only lost by 3.
I thought they committed a lot of unnecessary fouls in that game, guys, and that got them into trouble. And in the end, that may have been the difference.
Yep, and that's really a lack of discipline there. I mean, they just weren't under control defensively during a lot of the game.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee, all brought to you by State Farm. We've got Brikowski, and it's Humphries in at the point. And for Chicago, Cartwright is out there with Grant, then it's Jordan, then it's Pippen, and it's Paxson in at point guard.
Well, injuries were such a major factor for this team a year ago. And coming off a season when they had made the playoffs and had high hopes, it was a very disappointing campaign for the Bucks.
Robertson outside, passes to Brikowski. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
Steve was talking about the injuries and some of the guys they missed. You know, Bogut, Maggette, and Salmon's all missing time.
Yeah, and Mbamute too. I mean, he's been a solid player, but he had some downtime with injuries. I mean, that's a lot of scoring and defense from guys we named, and the Bucks really missed them. You've got to be healthy, and you've got to have your key players healthy to try to be the best you can be, and that just wasn't the case for Milwaukee.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls. He wanted to emphasize to his team that they can't wait back and expect chances to come to them. If they want to put points on the board, they'll have to create chances by being aggressive and executing their sets with speed and authority. Sounds like a plan, Kevin.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing D, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, Clark.
Yeah, well, it's a tall task when you take on a team as sound defensively as they are, so you just have to be sharp in your execution.
Steve?
Yeah, you got to be sharp, but you also have to attack. I mean, if you're not aggressive against this team, they're going to take control of you, and all of a sudden, they'll have control of the game.
I'd say it's a bit of a slow start so far, just one make in 5 to begin the game.
Now here's Robertson, averaging 10 points per contest, 6 on the shot clock. Paxson against Humphries, over Paxson. Humphries, no good. And here are the Bulls now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And the glaring factor for me in that loss was the poor rebound. I mean, they got destroyed on the glass.
Yeah, they were outworked. I mean, it's plain and simple. The rebound on the ball, you got to work. You got to do your work early. You got to be physical. You got to go after the ball. And you can't give up. And they just didn't work hard enough. It's unusual to see this from him. 3 turnovers already?
Yeah, that's too many. He normally doesn't do that. So look for him to settle down, find his way into this game.
Robertson against Jordan. Will it go? So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, in that first round against the Pacers, the Bulls got a bit of a scare. They were able to bounce back and get it done in 5 games.
Back to the Bulls, you know, Steve, they kind of started the playoffs a little bit slow against Indiana, a very feisty Pacer team, but then turned it up in the later rounds.
Well, remember, this is a young team. It was their first taste of the playoffs, so they got the experience. They started to really turn it up against Atlanta, but then, of course, ran into Miami and kind of ran out of steam. You see very few mistakes from him at that end of the floor.
From downtown, Robertson's shot is good.
Yeah, he's always going to pull the trigger when you give him that kind of look.
Humphries against Armstrong. Jordan up top. Releases. Rebound by Brikowski.
Well contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You got to make them work for it. Challenge every shot.
Now, that was just a heave down court. I don't like their chances.
Backing down is Jordan. He feeds it to Pippen. Back to Jordan. And the pass to Cartwright. Outside Jordan. Swiped it away.
And I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake.
Here's Humphries. Last game we saw him score 13. Poked away.
Boy, that's a wonderful read and react play to pick that pass off.
That's good. Jordan's got 6 points.
Well, he knows his role. He embraces it. He's really a guy that you can go to offensively. And you talk about domination of a division. The Bulls finished 15-1 against their rivals in the Central Division. That was the best intra-division record for any team last year.
Jordan against Robertson. Pippen with the steal.
They timed the double team really well that time and caused him to throw a bad pass, forced the turnover.
Jordan with the screen on Humphries. Takes the three, and the Bulls another three. And back to that for just a second. Steve brings up the Bulls and what they finished against the Central Division. They really were incredibly successful within their own grouping.
Dominant and efficient. They swept everybody but the Pacers, who they ended up seeing in the first round of the playoffs. That's about as good as you can be in your own division.
Here's Robertson. Humphries with it. Gamble, guarded by Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a three. Humphries, no good.
He just showed you how to guard the three in textbook fashion. He got right up in his face and bothered the release. That is excellent D.
And that's not easy when you're talking about the opponent he's facing.
Here's Robertson. The Bulls knocking down the three. He's picked up by Jordan. Armstrong against Humphries. Back to Robertson. 5 to shoot. To halt the run, and the Bucks miss again. The Bulls leading by 11. Here's Jordan, and he flushes it through. Strikes on cam with the replay.
Wow, hot start offensively.
Racing out to that quick lead. I mean, they're scoring and shooting with a lot of confidence.
Purdue, he's checked in for the Bulls. King comes in for Horace Grant.
And guys, last season, the expectations for Milwaukee were really high. But they just couldn't live up to those hopes. They won only 13 games away from home all year. And when you can't win on the road, you can't really be a successful NBA team.
And here's Humphries. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Passes it to Bukowski. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Back to the Bucks. Clark, you'd better play well on the road if you want to make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a must. I mean, you got to be really solid and good at home and then respectable on the road. And the Bucks only won a third of its road games, and that's a definite way to be watching the playoffs.
Yeah, Steve just said 13 wins. It's hard to believe, but that's what they got, and so they're going to have to improve on that. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee and against Chicago here for the second time this season.
Yeah, I think the result might have been different in that game if it wasn't for the foul trouble. But in the end, in crunch time, their rotation was altered, and that was really the difference.
Chicago on D. They lead by 14. Dishes to Humphries. Robertson against Jordan. 6 to shoot. Gamble, guarded by Pippen. Gamble, and he's on the money with his first shot today. Going back to what Steve just said, it was sort of a makeshift lineup for them at the end of their previous loss to this team.
Well, I remember what a tightly called game that was, Kevin, and they didn't play as smart as they needed to. I mean, you got to be physical out there and aggressive, but you also have to use your noggin, and they ended up with a lot of players on the bench because they just didn't play smart.
Here's King. Here's Jordan. That three off the mark.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Here's Armstrong. The full-court Hail Mary is offline.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
And stolen by Jordan.
They've had a real difficult time this half, Kevin. No surprise the score reflects the amount of turnovers. That's the story right now. They've had way too many miscues.
Yeah, they sure have. The focus has to be staying within your offense. They're trying to do too much. Just share the ball, get some rhythm and pace, and you'll be fine.
And here are the Bucks now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Now Humphries looking for his first bucket of the game. Shot clock at 6. Here is Bukowski. A leaner. Jordan with the rebound.
You'd expect him to nail that one being that close to the hoop.
The 10-footer. Pippen misses. Bucks trail by 14. Here's Humphries, and it's rejected. And so here is Chicago. It's a 14-point game. Purdue the pass to King. Here's Jordan. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's Humphries, averaging 16 points a game. He passes to Bukowski. Here's Gamble. Shot is no good, so the Bulls will take it the other way. And here's the break. Here's Pippen. It's blocked. Bucks trail by 14. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance. I like what we're seeing. Well, Milwaukee had such a tough season a year ago. They had a lot of high hopes, but injuries seemed to derail them. And they never could get going, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
So for the Bulls, Cartwright's checked in for Purdue. Hodges comes in for Jordan. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. Go back just a bit. Milwaukee much more comfortable, it seems, Clark, playing Eastern Conference opponents. Of course, they see him much more often,
Yeah,
too.
that's a familiarity as part of it, but also I think the fact that the Bucks prefer the slow-down game. And in the Eastern Conference, more teams play that way than don't. So the Bucks had a comfort level there and still had a tough time getting wins.
They are setting the tone here early with their work on the boards.
Yeah, only a moderate advantage here, a slight one, but as the game wears on, it's one they'll definitely look to build on.
It's been a real struggle just trying to hang on to the ball for this club.
Well, Steve, that's a big reason for the deficit. I mean, they've just had trouble taking care of the ball.
Now here's Pippen. He has 5. And the Bulls with another miss. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. Robertson, and he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws.
Well, Chicago really established its home record last year at the United Center. In fact, they finished with the best record at home in the Eastern Conference. That was one of the big reasons why they were the #1 overall seed in the playoffs.
You mentioned the Bulls, Steve, tied the other #1 seed, the Spurs, for the best home record in the entire league. Boy, those were two great teams in the regular year, Clark.
They certainly were. 36 wins in 41 tries. Just what you'd expect from a team that was so dominant at home like the Bulls were.
Robertson against Hodges. From deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Fast break. Here we go. Pippen against Humphries. Guarded by Pippen. Humphries with the bucket.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
You look at when the Bulls' fortunes turned. I mean, getting that ping pong ball to bounce their way in 2008, which ended up being Derrick Rose. That's a player that can change the direction of your franchise in a hurry, and he has.
Here's King from down low. It's blocked. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They're moving it around. It's off his foot, and the official's saying it was kicked. We've got 28 seconds left in the first. Goes straight up. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Bulls leading by 10. Pippen, the pass to Hodges. Trying to go big for the alley-oop, but good defense got in the way. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
That's why you push the ball. You score before the defense has a chance to set up.
Exactly. They had the defense on its heels that time.
To stop the drought. Bad misses would have kind of had it gone in. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Here's Paxson. John Paxson is out there with Hodges. Then there's Grant. Then there's Cartwright and Livingston. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Hodges, that's good.
Good team play there. You move the ball until you find the right shot to the right person.
They're a well-oiled machine, Steve. I mean, working extremely well as a cohesive unit. Every pass delivered on time and on target. A lot of ball movement and player movement. It's a thing of beauty.
Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. Look at Milwaukee. This is a team that absolutely is lethal from long range. #1 in the NBA.
When you knock down three-pointers at a high rate, it's attributable to spacing, Kevin. Spreading the floor so defenses can't cover that shot and get there to challenge it.
And, of course, the Chicago Bulls. They have the edge there. They're another squad that shoots it extremely well from outside. Can't leave them alone at all. Feeds to Grant. Backs down. Oh, that's blocked. Bucks trail by 9. Here's the break. He gathers. Got it. Good job in the low post.
How about the body control, guys? He goes up strong, doesn't he?
Here is Hodges. 11 points for him in that last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. And it's blocked.
Strange trend here, guys. They're totally controlling the glass, but they still trail.
You get the feeling that one is going to correct. Either they'll lose their edge on the glass or catch up in points sooner or later. We'll see.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line. No good, and they don't get the three-point play. Bucks trail by 9. Number 20, guarded by Paxson, out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. Quickly, let's check out the Eastern Conference standings, the season in full bloom. You look at the Bucks, long way to go still in the season, but even so, they've got the top spot. And of course, the Chicago Bulls, 4.5 games behind.
You know, looking at the Bucks, they've done a fantastic job this year. I mean, just unbelievable. Compared to last season, they've taken a huge step forward.
They have, Clark, and I think the way they've done it is just by competing on a nightly basis. I mean, they come out to play. They're well prepared, and they've done a nice job of really playing well together and making the most of the talent that they have.
Here's Paxson. Launches a 3. Hodges misses. Bucks trail by 9. Number 12, guarded by Paxson. And the layup is good.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Cartwright with it. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Hodges misses.
He's trying to shoot his way out of it, guys, and as long as they're in the lead, he's going to continue to try to find his rhythm.
Jumps up, Connor, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
What a shot. Gets it to go through the contact.
Boy, I love that. That's a great shot. That's how you finish in the NBA.
Pippen checked in for the Bulls. Jordan comes in for Hodges. The and one is good, so a three-point play that time. Here's Jordan. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And he puts it down with authority. Right slam cam for another angle.
Now that's just rubbing it in, fellas.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon.
Free throw good, Jordan. Here's Humphries, averaging 16 points a game. Guarded by Paxson. Right up. Humphries, no good.
He should make that one. Guys, he had a pretty good look at the basket, just couldn't get it to go.
Tell you what, his vertical skills are outstanding. He can fly and float.
He just proved it, too.
And not only that, he's got the dexterity and composure to go along with those hops. He's quite a player.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've steadied themselves a little bit, trying to close this gap.
From outside the arc, shots good by Pippen. Pippen's got his third basket of the night. Pass to Humphries. They're working it around.
That's really a terrific look inside, Kevin. I mean, he set him up beautifully.
The Bulls leading by 7. Right side, Jordan. Grant dishes to Jordan. Right side, Jordan.
And now, guys, still early in the second quarter, and that's his second foul. I'd be anxious to see if they leave him in here.
Free throw good, Jordan. Here's Humphries. He's got 5. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
What's called timeout? Okay, fans. Now coming onto the court are your Rebels. Make some noise and cheer them on. There you go. That's what you do.
And here are the Bucks now, trailing by 10. Jordan gets the reach-in call. That's his first foul. On defense, Chicago. They've led by as many as 14 points. From 18 feet away, and another basket for Milwaukee.
And the field goal percentage now up over 50%, so the offense coming around.
Yeah, Steve, I think that's a good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gates, but looking to regain some ground right now.
Now, here's Grant, looking for his first bucket of the game.
He decided to hang around for a while. A little extra hang time on that dunk and made sure the photo op didn't go to waste.
I'll tell you what, that's usually a technical foul, but I think he got away with that one there.
Connor, guarded by Jordan. Clock at 6. Stolen away.
Excellent steal that time. Pesky defensive play on his part.
He's against Humphries. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. A chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. They host the 76ers after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. The holidays are a busy time, and like everyone else, NBA players, you get distracted by family and shopping and all the hoopla.
That's right, Kevin, and what I look for is who's still got their game face on around the holidays. Who can get away from those distractions and focus in on the business at hand?
And Clark, that's an interesting observation. I bet as a former player, you were probably looking at that same focus from your teammates.
Yeah, it has to be a collective effort. I mean, each individual has to get himself ready to play, but you want all of your guys to collectively lock into the task at hand.
4 on the clock. With 1 on the clock, Chicago grabs the miss. Grant's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow, let it happen, don't force it. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Here's Humphries. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Bulls leading by 12.
STL dirty. I'm like Magic to Kareem, man. You tell me I ain't worthy. I ain't.
Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. A Tuesday night NBA presentation. It's the Milwaukee Bucks.
Here's Humphries. He's got 7.
And, you know, guys, last season, the expectations for Milwaukee were really high. But they just couldn't live up to those hopes. They won only 13 games away from home all year. And when you can't win on the road, you can't really be a successful NBA team.
Grant is out there with Pippen. And there's Cartwright. That's John Paxson. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Back to the Bucks. You know, Clark, you'd better play well on the road if you want to make the play.
Yeah, that's a must. I mean, you got to be really solid and good at home and then respectable on the road. And the Bucks only won a third of its road games, and that's a definite way to be watching the playoffs in May.
Yeah, Steve just said 13 wins. It's hard to believe, but that's what they got, and so they're going to have to improve on that.
Well, I tell you what, there he is doing exactly what he does best.
And Clark, his best is about as good as it gets.
Definitely when it comes to elevating, we know that.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the Bucks. Right now they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And of course Chicago, 4.5 games behind.
Well, right now for the Bucks, they've really been a revelation. I mean, for them to have played as well as they have over the course of this season, you'd have to say they're one of the NBA's best feel-good stories.
I agree with that, Clark. I mean, before this season started, this club was an afterthought. I mean, everybody just assumed that, you know, they would be way down in the standings. There'd be nothing much to write about, but they've been one of the best stories of the year. They've played hard, they've played together, and they've put together a very solid season to this point.
4 on the shot clock. Gamble. It's blocked. The Bulls leading by 12. Paxson kicks to Jordan. Dunks it down. And here are the Bucks now. They trail by 14. They host the 76ers after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Shoots it up. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And it's the Bulls with the ball. This is the second time they've matched up against Milwaukee.
Yeah, and in that matchup, it was a really aggressive game. And I thought the foul trouble that resulted was really the difference in the game.
Now here's Jordan. It's a 14-point game.
Now the defender was so close to him on that pump fake that he just took the ball out of his hands.
Nothing fancy for him on that jam. Just a textbook flush.
Parkey put it away without a moment's hesitation. And slammed down hard. Another look on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Yes, indeedy. Boy, I love that one. That's not just any plain dunk. That has some panache to it.
It's an energizer, guys. That is an energizer.
It is, and that will lift the whole team up.
Roberts, he's guarded by Purdue. Here's Roberts. No good off the back of the rim. The Bulls leading by 14.
That's such a tough catch when the ball is coming from that far away.
Out of bounds. And they retain possession. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. Number 1, the Bulls.
Kevin, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, their production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late.
Takes it up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nice time to use that foul to stop the layup.
You know, if you can save just 1 point, that foul was the right move.
Well, the Bulls had the best record in the entire NBA a season ago, and one of the reasons was that they were playing in the weaker Eastern Conference, and they really dominated their opponents in the East.
He's guarded by Purdue. Misses in close. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
Yeah, and they've got to jump at the chance to actually stretch this thing out even more.
Good point. And it's Milwaukee's ball. It's a 16-point game. Steve, going back to the Bulls, it was never really close near the end as far as them taking the top spot in the East.
And it may have made them, Kevin, a bit rusty heading into the postseason as they didn't look their sharpest at times against the Pacers. but they were able to right the ship anyway.
You saw that series very closely. That was an interesting first-round series.
Very much so, and I thought the Pacers really fought and competed hard, and it was a good matchup for the Indiana Pacers. A young team, but had some matchup advantages there and made it tough for Chicago.
That lead pass allowed him to get straight to the hoop without losing any momentum.
Here's Jordan. What a finish with the reverse dunk.
You got to be willing to put a body in front of him there. Easy hoop.
But you know what? I don't blame him. That's a lot of body coming at him.
So it's Milwaukee now. They trail by 14. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, foul trouble in that game, a huge issue. This is a team that can be a little too aggressive at times.
Yeah, I'm all for physical basketball, guys. I mean, I enjoy that, but they went over the line. I mean, it ended up being their downfall, the physicality, because it produced fouls that led to free throws.
Roberts, he's guarded by Purdue. Shot clock at 6. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And the glaring factor for me in that loss was the poor rebound. I mean, they got destroyed on the glass.
Yeah, they were outworked. I mean, it's plain and simple. To rebound the ball, you got to work. You got to do your work early. You got to be physical. You got to go after the ball, and you can't give up. And they just didn't work hard enough.
Robertson outside. Number 12, guarded by Paxson. Releases from 15. Rebound, Grant.
He should have knocked that one down, and he'll be the first one to tell you that.
That's a nice job on the boards to allow them a second high-quality look.
And the Bucks making a change here. And he makes the free throw.
And you talk about domination of the division. The Bulls finished 15-1 against their rivals in the Central Division. That was the best intra-division record for any team last year.
Trying to go big for the alley-oop, but good defense got in the way.
Boy, a lot of darkness there. No daylight to get that ball through.
Humphries against Jordan. They double him with Jordan. And back to that for just a second. You know, Steve brings up the Bulls and what they finished against the Central Division. They really were incredibly successful within their own group.
Dominant and efficient. They swept everybody but the Pacers, who they ended up seeing in the first round of the playoffs. That's about as good as you can be in your own division.
And here's Humphries. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. Here's Roberts. Chicago grabs the miss. Pippen's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Too risky there on that pass.
Here's Humphries. Hits the 15-footer. Humphries has got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, they are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value. Well, that's a dunk you will not see very often. You won't pass that one by.
No doubt about that.
I wish he would, though. You can never see too many of those.
Jordan against Robertson. He's picked up by Jordan. Number 44, guarded by Pippen. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Here is Armstrong. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Outside Jordan. Covered by Robertson. Right side Jordan. A fader. And it's Chicago scoring again.
That shooting percentage is off the charts, guys. He's really hitting his shots today.
And that concludes the first half. Bulls out front. They lead by 13.
Happy Tuesday to you, and welcome to HP at the Half. A tremendous start for the Bulls. They've been causing havoc defensively, ratcheting up the pressure, forcing steals. And for the Bucks, it's a grinded-out effort. They're atop the conference standings and looking to defend their... In Indiana, it's the Pacers winning over the Lakers. They ended up just cruising to victory in that one. In another game also in the books, the Suns picked up a win against the Rockets in Houston. Looked to be in complete control there. No problems in that one. And here's a look at the other.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Here's Paxson. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Robertson, and it's Brikowski in at the 4.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Robertson kicks to Humphries. Sinks the three-pointer. Humphries has got 12.
Boy, I like the fluidity I'm seeing from them on offense. It's a thing of beauty. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. They're moving the ball well, finding the open man, making that extra pass. They're playing very unselfishly right now.
Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Boy, you hate to see this, Clark.
You sure do. I mean, tough to tell how bad it is just yet. Hopefully not too serious.
Here is Brikowski. He's covered by Grant. Clock at 6. Gamble, guarded by Paxson. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Jordan, and the layup falls. Jordan's got 48.
He's put on an offensive clinic. They've got to deny him the ball.
And if that fails, then double him, Steve. I mean, they can't allow him to continue to hurt him like this.
Here's Robertson. He's got 10. Takes it right up. Brikowski. Chicago grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Paxson passes to Grant. And there's the pass to Carter. Over Shaves. Shot is no good. And the Bucks going the other way right now.
Well, Milwaukee going into last season, guys, really looked to be on the upswing. They had made the playoffs the previous year. They had a nice group of young players.
And he flushes it through. Strike slam cam with the replay.
Great job taking that one all the way to the hoop.
Yeah, he made the D look non-existent and foolish there.
Bucks trail by 14. Here's Robertson, averaging 10 points per contest. Six to shoot. From downtown. No good. The Bulls leading by 14. Now Paxson. Jordan with it. Drops it in from 12 feet. Jordan's got 52 points. Timeout called the Bucks.
Easy to see why he called this timeout. They've been allowing way too many shots around the basket. And that can't continue.
Well, Milwaukee had such a tough season a year ago. They had a lot of high hopes, but injuries seemed to derail them. And they never could get going, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Armstrong's checked in for the Bulls. On defense, Chicago. He kicks to Robertson. It's stolen.
Well, that's a really slick move to come up with that steal.
Here's Armstrong, and the running layup is good.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
A moment for our Gatorade injury report.
Hey guys, I got a status report from the Bucks head athletic trainer, Mark Boff. His prognosis was a strain of the lower back, which is limiting his mobility quite a bit. It's a tough time of year to have somebody go down just as the season is really heating up. We'll have to see if they have the depth to overcome this injury.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. And, of course, we'll keep you folks posted if we get another update.
I tell you what, guys, it's never easy having to sit and watch. Never any fun at all when you can't be out there on the court.
No, it sure isn't, Clark. But it may be the hardest thing of all for an athlete, but, you just got to grind through it and get your way back onto the court.
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Bucks trail by 21. The baseline J. Jump shot is good that time. He's got 10. And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark?
Here is Bukowski, guarded by Pippen. Unloads from 9. Chicago grabs the miss. Grant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Backing down is Jordan. 13 feet out. The rebound by Bukowski.
You gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Nice shot by Robertson. Here's Pippen. 8 points for him.
They're trying not to give the ball handlers any room.
Certainly not with the full court man-to-man.
Jordan up top. Shoots from the elbow. Milwaukee with the rebound. Tipped. Pippen with the steal.
Good defense there. He was just waiting for that one.
Backing down is Jordan. Good on the baseline jam. Jordan's got 57 points.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Here is Bukowski. He's covered by Grant. It's blocked. He shoots again. Grant gets the rebound. Grant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I get the... Oh! Come on now, I didn't see... Can you believe that finish? Oh, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average typical dunk.
Chicago making some changes. King comes in for Horace Grant. And Hodges subbed in for Jordan.
I think you knew the Bulls were geared up for a deep postseason run last year, and after their regular season, I don't think they disappointed at all.
Getting back to the Bulls, anytime you're top 60 wins and are the top seed in the league, you're expected to do, Steve, some pretty big things come the postseason.
And getting to the Eastern Conference Finals was fantastic for Chicago, but now the honeymoon's over. Now the expectations will be high, and anything less than a trip to the finals may be viewed as a failure by the fans.
Here's Pippen. Goes up. No luck. And the Bucks going the other way right now.
Strange trend here, guys. They're totally controlling the glass, but they still trail.
You get the feeling that one is going to correct. Either they'll lose their edge on the glass or catch up in points sooner or later. We'll see.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gamble. Up with it. And there's the rejection.
He just hasn't been able to build any momentum in this game. He's got to find something out there.
The 10-footer. And it's a little long. Bucks trail by 19. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
Yeah, knocking down the open shots and really getting a nice flow to their game.
And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. You look at the Bucks, a team with outstanding rebounders, number 2 in the league.
I like how this team has been coming up big lately, Kevin. They seem to have a new dedication and energy to rebounding the ball, and it's paying off. Guys, he's always looking for that open 3. I mean, that's his strength, and sometimes the best time to get the 3 is in transition.
He's picked up by Pippen. Gamble, guarded by Pippen. The 10-footer. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, Chicago really established its home record last year at the United Center. In fact, they finished with the best record at home in the Eastern Conference. That was one of the big reasons why they were the #1 overall seed in the playoffs.
You mentioned the Bulls, Steve, tied the other #1 seed, the Spurs, for the best home record in the entire league. Boy, those were two great teams in the regular year, Clark.
They certainly were. 36 wins in 41 tries. Just what you'd expect from a team that was so dominant at home like the Bulls were.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, you just see them taking it strong into the paint over and over again.
Yeah, that really seems to be the strategy, partner. I mean, pound it inside.
Pippen no good on the free throw.
Strange trend here, guys. They're totally controlling the glass, but they still trail.
You get the feeling that one is going to correct. Either they'll lose their edge on the glass or catch up in points sooner or later. We'll see.
King, the pass to Hodges. They set the screen. Great ball movement. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Now, they've got to be careful. They can't give him that much room because at that range, he'll make you pay.
Pass to Bukowski. He's picked up by Pippen. Number 7. He's guarded by Hodges. Robertson. He's covered by Armstrong. No good from Robertson.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter.
He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. They host the 76ers after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And some changes for Chicago. Purdue, he's checked in for Cartwright, and it's Jordan in for Armstrong. Number 12, he's guarded by Hodges. He passes to Bukowski. He's picked up by Pippen. Uncovered, and it's good. Here's Jordan. Non-stop scoring machine here. The dish to Pippen. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Boy, he's been so dependable here this game, really playing well offensively.
The and one is good, so a three-point play that time. So it's Milwaukee now. Inside, number 20. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time.
You know, even though they're down, they're putting on a show at the free throw line this half.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
Here's Jordan. Basket good. Jordan's got 59 points.
They're really making a point of taking it inside and scoring from close range.
Well, you have to give some of the credit, actually the blame, I should say, to the defense. They are not doing anything in the paint area. Too many miscues, guys. Their lack of it.
Well, he got enough hang time there to put a little something extra on that one. 2 scoops of ice cream after that.
Well, that's a play that's going to be remembered from this game, that's for sure.
I think that was more like a banana split, Clark.
Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Nice defense, poking that one out of bounds.
You know, just a nanosecond quicker, and they would have been going the other way.
Poked away. Fast break. Here they come. Throws up the alley-oop.
So a couple of poor possessions now in a row consecutively. Both times turnover. That's not productive basketball. That's not winning basketball.
Now, Clark, you know, you start stringing errors back-to-back together, you lose all momentum in this game.
They set the pick. Jordan gets the reach-in call. That's his third foul of the game.
That's his third horse. The team's goal.
Snatched away.
Great defensive work right there. The quick hands. And that steal led to that easy transition basket.
You know, Steve, they've got those guys reeling a little bit right now.
Rakowski. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Outside Jordan. Can't connect from short range. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen thus far, I wouldn't hold my breath.
That's going to be tough.
Chicago foul call. That's his
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams making some changes here. So he gets them both. 23 seconds left to play in the third.
They're winding down. They're going to go for the last shot here of the quarter.
Yeah, I like the recognition there. They're going to play for the last shot, just as you said.
Pass to Paxson. With 4 seconds on the clock, and he finishes on the layup. He's got 6.
Well, no defense there. I mean, he just takes the ball right to the rim.
Number 12. No good trying to beat the buzzer. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one.
It's Christmas basketball. The Chicago Bulls.
As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark report. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Bulls' spark has been the outstanding performance of their two-guard. His contribution over the course of this game may be the biggest reason for the huge lead they're enjoying. He's been sensational. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. This has been, Clark, 3 quarters of outstanding basketball.
Tell you what, he's been a major contributor in this one.
Yeah, but they're going to need one more quarter just like it out of him if they're going to go ahead and take this game.
We've got Williams. King is out there with Armstrong and Livingston. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Six on the shot clock. Open look. The shot's good from Robertson. Robertson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Bucks. Armstrong against Robertson. And here's Armstrong. Picked up by Robertson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And that one falls for Williams. And Williams drops them both. And the Bucks with possession. Now here's Robertson.
Kick it out! Kick it out! Hurry up!
It's stolen. And so here is Chicago. Here is Armstrong from outside the arc. Can't get it to go.
Strange trend here, guys. They're totally controlling the glass, but they still trail.
You get the feeling that one is going to correct. Either they'll lose their edge on the glass or catch up in points sooner or later. We'll see.
Number 7. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. On defense, Chicago. Robertson outside. Some good ball movement here. 5 to shoot. Fires from 14. The shot will not go. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And they're moving it up. There's the pick. Armstrong dishes to Williams. Livingston. Rebounded by the Bucks. Number 44. It's good from long range.
And those are shots he shouldn't be afraid to take. He can make them.
Here's King. Lets it go from deep. And their work on the board pays off with the second chance points. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
What a beautiful play. The catch and the finish all in one fluid motion.
How can it get any prettier than that?
I don't think it can, guys. That was perfectly executed.
Takes a shot at the elbow, and that one's good. Here is Armstrong. Straight up. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Poked loose. Fires from deep. No good. And the Bucks going the other way right now. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Left side, Williams. Here's Hodges. His three-pointer's off the mark.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Aggressive transition game leads to the easy hoop.
Yeah, I love to see these guys just trampolining to the hoop.
There's the pass to King. 13 feet out. Hodges is called for a loose ball foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, it's an over-the-back foul, but it's one that you can live with. He's trying to be aggressive, and I like that.
Yeah, you know, I used to do that as a player myself, Steve, but you got to be smart about going over the top. I don't think he had a chance to get that rebound anyway.
Shot clock at 6. It's tipped and stolen by Williams.
Kevin, he didn't turn the ball over once in the first half, but it's been a different story for him since the break.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime.
Five on the clock. From the arc, hits the bucket.
Yeah, shot is starting to fall, guys, and he's playing much better than he did in the first half.
The Bulls leading by 20. And Hodges kicks to Williams. Number 20, he's guarded by Williams. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Hodges. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The first one falls.
2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. They are enjoying, Steve, a commanding lead.
Well, and it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest, which is so critical during this grueling NBA season.
First personal foul. Team's turn. Armstrong.
And he makes the first.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. So it's Milwaukee now. Gamble. He's guarded by Hodges. Clock at 4. Number 12. Snatched up. Fades back. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
What an offensive display he's putting on.
And at this point, Steve, you got to put more pressure on him. Bring help and make him move the ball.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Jordan. Up top, Pippen. And Hodges kicks to Jordan. Here's the screen. Off the pick. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 21.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Gamble, guarded by Pippen. Back to Robertson. Oh! Now let's take a look at it once again with our Spike Slam Cam.
Now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yep, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
The free throw drops for Robertson. Here is Hodges. Passes to King. Pass to Hodges. They're moving it around. Now here's Williams. D right on him. Hodges, that's good.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Now Robertson. Gamble. He's guarded by Hodges. Clock at 6. Number 7. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
Someone has to be willing to throw themselves in there, contest the layup.
The Bulls leading by 19 points. Here is Hodges. Now the pass to King. He passes to Hodges. Dishes it to Armstrong.
We've seen him now give away 4 possessions. Got to squeeze the orange out there. Take care of the ball.
The shot by Robertson, no good.
He lost his focus there, guys. That's a shot he should make.
There's the pick. Williams passes to King. Bucks trail by 19. Gathers. The offensive rebound. Gamble. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
As great as they've been on the board so far, they just haven't found a way to get out on top.
Yeah, but if they continue to rebound, they can put together a little run here and cut into this lead.
Making a switch here, the Bucks. Here is Hodges. Tries a 3 off the inbound. That drops.
Now they are hitting everything they're throwing up. Look at all these threes.
I like the fact, Steve, they're trying to knock him out here. They're trying to hit him with a haymaker. The killer instinct, they're trying to put him out of their misery early.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
With the clock winding down. It's all in by the Bulls. They get a hand on it. Here's the break. He dishes it to Robertson, and he converts the layup. Robertson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
There's the triple, and the Bulls another 3.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been deadly.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the Bucks making a change here. Here's Robertson. Number 7. Guarded by Jordan. They're moving the ball. Number 7 puts up the baby hook. Hits it off the backboard. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here is Armstrong. Unloads from 9. The shot is off.
A strange trend here, guys. They're totally controlling the glass, but they still trail.
You get the feeling that one is going to correct. Either they'll lose their edge on the glass or catch up in points sooner or later. We'll see.
Making a switch here, the Bucks. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They have a 19-point lead. Six to shoot. Shot, high post. The shot misses. And it's Milwaukee the other way.
This just has not been his day so far.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And the Bucks making a change here. He can't complete the three-point play. The Bulls leading by 17. Livingston. Count it. And the Bulls lead by 19.
You know, they've really made the best of their chances down the middle of the lane here.
Yeah, they haven't met much resistance down in the paint, so I think you've got to continue to pound the ball down low.
Robertson outside. He lays it in with a soft touch. Robertson's got 9 points in the quarter.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Making a switch here, the Bucks. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
They can't afford too many missed free throws, Kev. They need every point they can get.
Nice little run here, but it may be too little too late.
Yeah, I agree. Just not enough time, Steve. The clock is their enemy, not their friend.
Some nice passing. Rebound by Brukowski. Lays it in off the breakaway. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Armstrong with it. Covered by Robertson. Looking to end the run. Ooh, off wide. And it's blocked. And so Chicago takes this one. And by a big...
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Glad to have you with us. It's Friday night basketball. It's Brad Daugherty and the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Chicago Bulls. And now to bring you all the...
Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Bucks.
Not many wasted trips down the floor. That was a very efficient game for them offensively.
And, Steve, they really fed off of each other, too. I mean, good passing, good shooting. I think both became contagious.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've got Daugherty, and it's Brown in at the power forward. And for Chicago, they've got John Paxson. Cartwright is out there with Grant. Then it's Jordan, and it's Pippen in at the small forward.
Well, Chicago really established its home record last year at the United Center. In fact, they finished with the best record at home in the Eastern Conference. That was one of the big reasons why they were the #1 overall seed in the playoffs. Now, good way to get things started here.
Steve, always nice to get the first points up on the board. At least I felt that way.
Jordan, guarded by Kerr. Now the dish to Pippen. Pick off in midair. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls. At this point, we know what works for us and what doesn't in terms of our scoring options. Now it comes down to our ability to execute and not let the defense dictate what we're trying to do. Guys?
Okay, Doris, thanks. So Clark and Steve, they'll be focusing first and foremost on their offense today.
And I guess what they're thinking, guys, is if they can get going at that end of the floor, it'll carry over to the defensive end.
Well, that's generally the way it works. I mean, offense feeds your defense and vice versa. But if you can bring energy and score points early, that's going to be a huge help for this club today.
4 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. You mentioned the Bulls, Steve, tied the other #1 seed, the Spurs, for the best home record in the entire league. Well, those were two great teams in the regular year, Clark.
They certainly were. 36 wins in 41 tries. Just what you'd expect from a team that was so dominant at home like the Bulls were.
Here's Valentine. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You go back to the late 80s, early 90s, the Bulls and Cavs had a terrific rivalry. But last year it was pretty one-sided. Derrick Rose and company just shredding the Cavaliers.
Back to the Cavs and Bulls, you're right. Steve Rose was just terrific against him. Chicago Clark won all 4 meetings between the two.
And we talked about how the Cavaliers struggled as an offensive team, poor field goal percentage shooting, and you combine that with facing the Bulls, the best defensive team in the league, and it really was a difficult challenge for the Cavaliers, especially trying to score the ball. The Bulls really disrupted them defensively.
Curry against Jordan, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
Well, despite the fact that the Central Division might have been the weakest division in the NBA last year, Cleveland managed to only go 3-13 against their division rivals.
And that record isn't going to cut it for division play.
No, they actually did worse against their own division than they did against the rest of the league, Kevin. That's a heck of a feat for a team with the worst record in the NBA. I mean, not the kind of honor and distinction that you want.
Jordy, no luck. Bulls trail by 6. Outside Pippen. Here's Grant. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I'll tell you one thing. It's really hard to go from winning no playoff series in 1 year to a championship. That is a big jump. Only 2 teams have done it in the modern era. That's what the Bulls were up against last season.
He's off on the second. Touching back on the Bulls, they had no easy opponents in their playoff run either.
Well, they were ultimately done in by the Heat, but the Pacers and Hawks were awfully tough too. So a great learning experience for a young Chicago team.
Number 35. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, the Bulls had the best record in the entire NBA a season ago, and one of the reasons was that they were playing in the weaker Eastern Conference, and they really dominated their opponents in the East.
He hits the second from the line. Steve, going back to the Bulls, it was never really close near the end as far as them taking the top spot in the East.
And it may have made them, Kevin, a bit rusty heading into the postseason as they... Slamming it home off the alley-oop. Remarkable.
Well, his eyes got wide as he went up for that one.
And he timed his leap perfectly to meet the pass at the top of its arc.
Jordan against Curry. He passes to Brown. Back to Curry. Got a piece of it.
Smooth defense there. He made it look like the pass was intended for him.
Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. You look at the Bulls, 3rd in the league, so good at spotting up and knocking it down from behind the arc.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
And the Bulls making a change here. Armstrong's checked in. Grant backs in. He dishes it to Jordan. From outside the arc, shot's good. Jordan's got 7.
He has such a calm demeanor, but he locks in, takes his time, and finishes.
Outside Curry. He's picked up by Jordan. Number 35. And it's Chicago with the rebound. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Well, and the talent disparity when these two teams met a year ago was really apparent.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And I'd point to the fact that they didn't have to lean completely on their starters. Their reserves really came off the bench, did a nice job.
And that really allowed them to spread the minutes around and keep guys fresh throughout the game.
They get a hand on it. Gordy with the ball. Looking for his first bucket of the game. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Curry. Looking to end the run. The rebound by Pippen. Pippen's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. I don't want to gloss over the point you just made, Steve. This series was sort of a microcosm of, the season for both teams.
Yeah, it really showcased the gulf of talent between them. A big gap there. It's clear they had one thing on their mind when they came out of the gate today. Rebound.
Yeah, and they've opened up the game with a pretty good margin in that area. Great sign for this club.
Outside Curry. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at the Cavaliers. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, the Bulls. 2 games back.
Looking at Chicago, they've got to be a little dissatisfied right now. I mean, they're in pretty good shape, but not up to their normal standards.
Yeah, I agree with that, Clark. I think they were expecting big things this season, and they're okay. They're in decent shape, but I think they'd like to be a little further up in the standings than where they are right now.
Not his best quarter. I mean, the shots just haven't fallen for him.
Pippen against Curry. Off his leg, and the refs whistling a kickball. Here's Jordan. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable.
Defensively, they did a great job of staying tight on him.
Looking to end the drought, and he hits the jump shot.
Now, they knew what the defense was doing, and they responded perfectly.
Pippen dishes to Jordan, and Curry picks him up defensively. Fades back. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 12 in the game.
They have no answer for him. He's just putting on a dominant display of offense.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Well, their offense is unraveling, Kevin. They're going back to the drawing board, trying to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Curry, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. To the inside, lays it up and banks it in. He's got 5.
That's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Jordan inside, guarded by Curry.
+5 on the boards already here in the first quarter. They've gotten after it.
Yeah, that's a great sign in this game. If they're going to continue to rebound the ball like this, I think they're in great shape.
And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Yeah, they are just lighting them up from mid-range area.
Sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
No good from Jordan.
I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow, let it happen, don't force it.
You gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
It's a little short, but gets the friendly roll. Jordan's got 14 points for the game. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Nice defense poking that one out of bounds.
Just a nanosecond quicker, and they would have been going the other way.
So for the Bulls, who comes in for Cartwright, and King subbed in for Horace Grant. Here is Kerr. 3 from the inbound. That's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Yeah, they're finding the open man. Unselfish play. I like it.
Yeah, I love it, too. Teamwork in evidence there, right on full display. A big percentage, a high percentage of their baskets have come off assists. Well, they've started this game off with very sloppy play. That's 3 turnovers already.
3 turnovers, and guys, we aren't even halfway through the first quarter yet. This could be a really long night.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Despite the fact that the Cavs really struggled and were a bit of a circus on the road anyway, they still managed to finish with a better road record than 4 other teams in the league.
Backing down is Jordan. Fader on the way. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Frank, what you said about the Cavs, I'm not sure if that says more for them or Steve, on the other hand, the 4 teams they finished ahead of.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, they knew it was going to be a tough year without LeBron James, but the thing I like about Cleveland is they continued to fight. They went through that horrible losing streak in the middle of the season, but they ended on an upswing. They won 5 of their last 10 on the road, and they're trying to build something strong for the future.
Shot, high post, gets it to go.
This is great stuff, guys. You can tell he's hurting, but he continues to play well.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Brown.
Boy, good anticipation. A solid.
And slammed down hard. Another look on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Now that's a special order right there.
Not everybody can cap off a dunk like that.
Yeah, very difficult maneuver, but a tremendous one if you can pull it off.
Shoots from 12. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 18 points in the game.
You got to love what he's doing out there, guys. With his team down, he's personally trying to bring them back.
The feed to Kerr. He's covered by Armstrong. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Pippen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Seems like that finger roll just comes naturally to him. Great touch.
He kicks to Armstrong. Jordan with a screen on Kerr. Armstrong passes to Jordan. Outside Pippen. Back to Jordan. A 10-footer. Rebounded by Doherty. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Here's Kerr. Hits it from 3-point range. Kerr's got 6 points.
Great start here early on, but they've got to continue to play well to maintain that lead.
Boy, I tell you what, really nice start for him here, guys. Getting after it at both ends of the floor, you got to like that.
Oh, easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Wasted no time on that one. He's got 10.
Wow, hot start offensively.
Racing out to that quick lead, I mean, they're scoring and shooting with a lot of confidence.
He may single-handedly bring his team back, guys. What a fantastic quarter he's had.
Number 24, guarded by Pippen. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
How about the Bulls' improvement a year ago, guys? They won 62 games, up from 41 in the previous year. Once again, Chicago has become a dominant team.
Cartwright's checked in for the Bulls. Hodges comes in for Jordan. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And dominant is the right word, as you mentioned, with the Bulls. They just ran away with the regular season.
Kevin, it's been a while since the Bulls had the best record in the NBA, but the way they came together, it wasn't really shocking. They were good defensively, and they had chemistry and cohesiveness offensively.
Back to Brown. He gathers. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Brown's got his first 2 points. Outside Pippen, moving it around nicely. Here's King. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
It's still early, but so far they've set the tone here with their rebound.
Yeah, big margin for them early. They've been dominant on the glass.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Number 35. And it's King with the rebound.
I think he caught the defense off balance there. I think he just sort of lost the touch on the release, kind of short-armed.
Here's Valentine. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 8.
And it's really been a dominant effort on the glass.
It's Christmas basketball. The Chicago Bulls.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. On the court for Cleveland. They've got Curry, and it's Brown in at the power forward position. Hodges the pass to Paxson. Now the pass to Hodges. Pass to Paxson. Passes to Carter. 5 on the clock. Launches it. Hodges misses.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Hodges against Curry. Goes back up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders. Number 1, the Bulls.
You know, if there's a stat that coaches really would be impressed by and proud of, it's assists, leading the league in assists. And this team is outstanding. Not only do they have excellent scores, but everybody is willing to make the extra pass and share the basketball.
Bulls trail by 9. Here is Hodges. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. Now look at the Cavaliers' upcoming schedule. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here is Hodges. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. The 3, and good on the basket. Book it. He's got 9.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
Boy, every time they drop it in, they do so from close range. Easy baskets.
Yeah, high percentage looks time and time again, guys, and it's paying off for them the way they're playing this game. I like their strategy.
And that one's good.
Defensively, you have to get a body on somebody every time down the floor.
Number 50, he is guarded by Cartwright, gets it to go. He has 5.
And now 6 of their last 10 points from mid-range.
Yeah, the jump shot really serving these guys pretty well.
Picked up by Brown. Cartwright the pass to Hodges. He passes to Paxson. Pass to Hodges for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Beautiful pass there.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
I think Coach saw a couple of things he wanted to correct. You got to make sure everyone's following the game plan.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Curry. He's got 8. There's the block.
I think he's been fighting his shot a little bit. He's not getting many of them to drop right now.
Outside for Jordan. Off target from 3-point range. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Now Curry. 6 points for him. From the high post. And he nails the jumper. 12 points for him.
You know, he's always been like a bad window washer, a streaky shooter. I mean, he's definitely in one of those grooves right now.
The pass to Hodges. The 3. And it's good.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open 3-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Now, here's Curry. Clock at 6. Feeds to Curry. Shoots the 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
Then Hodges kicks to Jordan. Passes it to Hodges. Jordan with a screen on Curry. Outside for Jordan. Pass to Paxson. Lets the three fly. Shot is off.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple. I like him. I mean, he dropped a dime on him right there, guys.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And obviously, coach doesn't want them giving up all these inside buckets. They need to do a better job of moving their feet, staying in their stance, and keeping their man in front of them.
Hodges the pass to Jordan. Left side, Jordan. 13 feet out. Clanks it in off the back of the rim. Jordan's got 22 points. And here's Kerr. He's got 6. Guarded by Paxson. Kerr backing down. From 18 feet away. The shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's Jordan. An easy 2 points on the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Cavalier lead. And making a change here, the Cavaliers. Elo's checked in. And he makes the free throw. Here's Elo. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Kerr with it. Back to Elo. Here is Kerr. Shot clock at 6. Elo outside. With 1 on the clock. Purdue with the rebound. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Jordan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Great awareness by fouling on that layup. Make him earn 2 points.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. I mean, send him to the line instead of giving up an easy 2.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Cartwright comes in for Purdue, and Pippen subbed in for Hodges. Now Kerr. He's got 6. And here's Daugherty. Here's Elo. Cans the shot from the wing. And the Cavaliers lead by 4. Here's Chicago. Trailing by 4. Oh! And he slams it in one-handed.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe that finish? Boy, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average typical dunk.
Good for the three-point play. Poked away and stolen by Jordan.
Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking he could make that pass.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game. He had no luck from the three-point line earlier, so maybe this one will give him some momentum.
Elo covering. Fires it up. Here's Cartwright. A strong effort on the rebound. Nets the second chance points. Here is Kerr. Six to shoot. Here's Elo. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. First free throw is good. Hodges checked in for Chicago. Good on both. Here's Paxson. Dishes it to Pippen. Hodges against D'Lo. Hodges misses.
Another board, just continuing to add to that big rebound margin.
And it's a bit ironic, guys. I mean, you would think the score wouldn't be so close the way they're dominating the glass, but this one is still in the balance.
Here's Doherty. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Pippen. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Milwaukee. Goes straight up, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
It's a good job from the foul line here. They'll need to continue to convert their chances in order to get back in it.
Both free throws good from Paxson.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
Lets it go from deep. Elo can't hit. Chicago trailing here. Outside Pippen. Cartwright against Doherty. The jump hook with the second effort. Cartwright misses. So it's Cleveland now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Kept alive. Elo outside. Number 24. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 14.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Pippen, the pass to Hodges. Goes up. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Grant against Doherty. Jumps up. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead. Grant outside. Elo against Hodges. Takes the 3. Gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, three-point shooting a huge factor for them offensively.
Yeah, and defensively, you got to make an adjustment. I mean, you can't continue to collapse inside and give these guys quality looks.
Here's Grant. Takes it up. Basket good. Grant's got his first points in this one.
You know, for a guy like him who can light it up like that, that's too easy.
Kerr kicks to Doherty. Grant on him. Leans, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play. Cavaliers making a switch here. Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Here's Pippen. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Number 20. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Number 24 gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Probably time to bring an extra defender, change up the defense a little bit.
Well, Steve, he's been so good. I think they got to take the ball out of his hands right now.
Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. Number 1, the Bulls. Second, the Cavaliers.
Forget about what happened last year. Forget what may happen the rest of this year. These guys have settled into a great shooting rhythm over the last month, and both teams hope it continues.
Doherty, and it's rebounded. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Number 20 is tagged with the reach. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 1:41 left to play in the first half. He feeds it to Grant. Here's the screen. Here's Pippen. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. The tray. Lays out of bounds. And they retain possession. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. .11 left now here in the second. Doherty working against Armstrong. 6 on the shot clock. Armstrong gets called for the reach. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. Here is Armstrong. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Outside Pippen. Tries to keep it alive.
Well, that was not an easy play, but he made it look routine.
Here's Brown. Finishes the break with a slam.
Well, that's great. You take advantage of that turnover and convert at the other end.
Absolutely. I mean, points off turnovers this time generated off the steal.
To halt the run. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Doherty with the screen on Pippen. Clock at 6. Number 24. He's covered by Armstrong. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
There's a lot of contact there. Good call.
You know, he bothered his shot, but he still got a pair of free throws out of it.
2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of the game. There's a good screen. Jacks up a 3. The shot is off.
They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of a run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
And
Welcome, everyone, to our presentation of HP at the Half, the NBA. Out at Time Warner Cable Arena, it was the Bobcats losing to the 76ers. It wasn't even close, a big disappointment from this club. And another game that wrapped up, New Jersey ended up with a loss to the Pacers in Indianapolis. Came up short by just 3 points when it was all said and done. And here's a look at the other NBA action around the league. Up by 7 in the fourth.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands. Or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. They've got Pippen. John Paxson is out there with Jordan. Then there's Grant, and it's Cartwright in the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Bulls. Number 35, guarded by Pippen, off on the layup. Bulls trail by 10. And here's Paxson. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Valentine. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Working on Doherty. Jordan dishes to Pippen. Shoots over Curry. Top of the key jumper, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Here's Valentine, and another miss by Cleveland. Here's Chicago. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. A nice shot by Jordan.
Well, I like that. They ran to the three-point line and got an uncontested look there in transition.
Right side Curry. It's deflected out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Curry. He's got 13. Just 5 on the clock. He's picked up by Jordan. Shoots off the screen.
That's 5 shots without a conversion. A very tough start coming out of the half.
Bulls trail by 7. Curry meets him. Shoots a fader. Another one falls for Chicago.
Well, they're pulling closer every possession. Really playing well now.
Well, they've ratcheted it up a bit here. I mean, expending a lot of energy, but you know what? They're back in it now.
Now Doherty, the dive for the ball. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. So it's Cleveland now. They're scoreless since the first half. Shot clock at 3. Here's Valentine. Blocked. Now the Bulls with it. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Jordan. Cavaliers with the rebound. Curry's got his 5th rebound in this one. High post try. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Bulls trail by 5. Outside Pippen. It's blocked. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Brown. And here are the Cavaliers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
That's just a beautiful fast break.
Definitely. Textbook all the way to the nice finish at the rim.
Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line and try to tack on another. Free throw good, Jordan. And Cleveland has possession. They lead by 4. And the Cavaliers call time here.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Stolen by Grant. Here's Chicago. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. A nice shot by Jordan.
They've got to continue to look to him every trip down because he's out of his mind right now shooting the ball.
Number 35. And it's off from three-point range. Chicago trailing here. Outside Pippen for the tie. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Well, that's not really what typically happens for someone with his touch around the rim. That's a surprise.
Here's Doherty. Cans it from short range. He's got 9.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots. Hasn't had a whole lot of misses here in the quarter. Very sharp shooting right now. It's fun to watch.
Outside Curry. There's the triple, and that one's good. Curry's got 16.
And he had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Screen by Grant. Goes up off, and he flushes it through. Strikes Simon with the replay.
Well, that's a dunk you will not see very often. You won't pass that one by.
No doubt about that.
I wish he would, though. You can never see too many of those.
Here's Curry. He's got 16. Valentine, guarded by Paxson. 6 to shoot. The 10-footer. The rebound by Pippen. Pippen's got 6 rebounds in the game. Jordan. And Curry picks him up defensively. Offline. Here's the break. Low block shot on the way. Can't get it to go. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
And he places so much emphasis on his rebounding at both ends of the floor.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
You got to keep everybody on the same page. They need to get their heads together. That's the goal.
And some changes for Chicago. Kings check in for Grant. And Armstrong subbed in for John Paxson. It's stolen by Brown. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And it's blocked. And it's the Bulls with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Jordan against Curry. Gets it to go. Jordan's got 49 points in the game.
No question about it, guys. He's been one of their best performers today.
There's the dish to Curry. On the money with the open jumper. Curry's got 18 points.
Another great job of moving the basketball and finding a good shot.
Steve, that's been the theme for them so far. I mean, they've really worked well as a unit together, and the assist totals echo that.
And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. Number 1, the Bulls. The Cavaliers 5th.
Boy, an outstanding few weeks. These teams have made some adjustments to their inside games, better positioning primarily, and extra footwork drills in practice. Look at the results. Impressive.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Deflected.
He only had 1 mistake prior to halftime, but he's starting to get a little sloppy there offensively.
The first free throw is good.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
And he makes both free throws. Knocked loose and stolen by Jordan.
I really don't like what I'm seeing their last couple of possessions, Kevin. That's 2 turnovers in a row. Careless turnovers at that.
They're getting a little casual with the ball. They've got to nip that in the bud right now.
And the shot is good. 20 points for him. Bulls trail by 3. There's the pick. Stolen away. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
I know you agree with that, Steve.
Oh, totally. You got to play with control and composure, Kevin.
To tie. That is good. Jordan's got 56 points in the game.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Looking to get it going. Valentine. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good.
Well, he certainly can't be happy leaving points at the line, but at least he got them the lead. It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
Boy, he wanted that one. Couldn't get it to go, but he will go to the line.
You know, Steve, that was just a case of him not quite being able to get it to go his way.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Clark and Steve, neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
It's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
Gathers, flushes it down.
I think he wanted some one-on-one time with the rim. He wasn't letting that thing go.
No, a little pose up there hanging on the rim. Just kind of showing off a little bit, Clark.
So it's Cleveland now. They trail by 1. Here's Brown, and the layup's good off the glass. Brown's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Man, they have a huge advantage in points in the paint. Look at that.
Oh, and this defense is getting pushed around a bit too much for my liking. They're just not competing at a high enough level here.
Straight up, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The first one falls, and the Bulls making a change here. And so he hits both. Here's Jordan, non-stop scoring machine here. Backing him down. Fade away. That's good.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
That's tipped and stolen by Jordan. And they're pushing it up. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And making a change here, the Cavaliers. The and one is good, so a 3-point play that time.
That's amazing. They have yet to miss a free throw this half.
And as calm and collected as they look up there, I'm not sure they'll ever miss one the rest of the way.
James outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's King with the rebound.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots. Boy, that dunk got everybody up off their seat.
Oh, they're loving it, aren't they, Steve?
Well, how could they not? I mean, he put the cherry on top of the sundae on that one.
1:57 left in the third quarter. Can they get it? And that one's good. He's got 10.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on the roll and knock him down.
He's feeling it. Jordan can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trailing. Backing down is James. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, Valentine. He's covered by Armstrong. Backing down is Brown. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Brown's got 6 in the quarter. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
They rule this one goaltending. Count the shot.
Well, they've got to do something defensively because he's been unstoppable.
And defensively, Steve, your only choice now is to double him. I mean, I don't think there's another option.
Bulls trail by 3. Here's Jordan. Rebounded by Doherty. Cleveland with the ball. And they're running. Here's James. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. Now here's Jordan. He's covered closely. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Open look. That's good. 7 points in the game.
Now maybe that'll get him going. He's been in a bit of a funk here.
we end the third quarter. A great game. Both teams playing well.
It's Christmas basketball.
As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark report. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it's been the Cavaliers bench with the Sprite Spark Award. Anyone can be a hero in the playoffs, and right now it's been their reserves supplying the big buckets. They could be the difference if they are able to hold this lead.
Doris, thanks. The bench definitely a factor here.
You know, sometimes, Kevin, you need the guys off the pine to serve as that ignition.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you're not going to be able to rely on just your starters every game. You need your bench to provide that boost of energy, and that's exactly what this club needed.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Kerr is out there with Curry. Then there's Doherty. Now here's Curry. Outside Curry. Easy shot. Chicago grabs the miss. Grant's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Three-pointer. And the Bulls another three.
Yeah, you can tell they're getting frustrated defensively out here. All these three-pointers falling.
Yeah, Steve, they're ready to throw their hands up. You can see it. The frustration is very visible. I mean, when you spread the floor and shoot the three the way they've done here in the second half, it's really hard to defend.
6 on the shot clock. Outside Curry. From deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Pippen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Hodges kicks to Grant. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That free throw missing. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The Cavaliers leading. And the pass to Hodges. Takes a 3. That's good. 27 points for him.
What a fantastic performance from long range.
Well, that's been his territory all game, Steve.
Kerr against Paxson. Paxson against Kerr. 6 to shoot. Number 35 to stop the run, and the layup is up and in. It's a tie ball game.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
Boy, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested, and all are threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
That drops.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
Right side, Pippen. Snatched away.
And I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake.
Kerr's shot is good. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good. And the Bulls making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And Kerr drops them both. Good job there, buddy boy. Bulls trail by 3. Backing down is Jordan. Cartwright with it. Off the pick. No good from Jordan.
Really good defense, but you got to set better screens than that offensively.
Curry can't get it to go.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
Jordan with the bucket. And that'll tie this game up.
They just lost him on the break that time defensively. I mean, he slid out to the three-point line and had plenty of room.
Fades and shoots. Now the Bulls with it. Shoots from 12, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Curry kicks to Doherty. Unloads. Nails it from 8 feet.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
Got a piece of it. The 10-footer goes up, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, I tell you what, that'll give them a nice lift because that kind of effort always rubs off.
Does it ever?
Yeah, when you've got one guy out there hustling his tail off, everybody else has to follow suit.
Tries to save it, out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And making a change here, the Cavaliers. On defense, Chicago. The lead is 2. Backing down is Brown. Shot is blocked. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Doherty. Guarded by Paxson. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Number 33, guarded by Jordan. He dishes it to Curry. Brown with a screen on Hodges. Second chance shot. Curry can't get it to go. Chicago leading. Here's Jordan. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And he completes the three-point play. And Cleveland has possession, trailing by 5. Outside Curry. Clock at 6. Right side Curry with the clock winding down.
Oh, it's been a bad quarter for him shooting the ball.
The game is not coming to him right now. No flow or rhythm at all.
Jordan's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Valentine guarded by Jordan. Scooped up. Back to Brown. Stolen by Grant. Chicago with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And he makes the first. And some changes for Chicago. Williams, he's checked in for Cartwright. Pippen comes in for Hodges. And Armstrong subbed in for John Paxson. And so he makes both from the line. So it's Cleveland now. 7-point differential. Doherty with the ball. Takes it up. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And no problem at the line here for the three-point play. Here's Pippen. And Curry picks him up defensively. Pippen against Curry. Pippen dishes to Jordan. Fires the three. The Cavaliers pull it in. They haven't trailed by more than 7.
Yeah, you can't make that kind of an error and expect to win.
You're right, Steve, because they will cost you. I mean, those kind of mistakes, those are losing plays.
And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. And some changes for Chicago. Cartwright comes in for Williams. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. Free throw good, Jordan. Here's Curry. Jordan is whistled for reaching in. That's his 4th foul of the contest. On defense, Chicago. 7-point differential. Doherty against Cartwright. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Here's Doherty. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Now they've got to offer more resistance inside. Just too many easy buckets in the paint.
Yeah, Steven, that's the top priority for any defense. You got to protect the paint.
Jordan the pass to Pippen. And Curry picks him up defensively. Here's Jordan. Good on the triple.
He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
And Cleveland has possession. They trail by 7. All alone. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
Their plan is one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
Well, they really look to run immediately after that turnover.
Well, that's how you cash in. You don't want to waste any time after the turnover. Go at it right away.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
From deep 3-point range, and the Bulls another 3.
Anytime they've needed a hoop, he's taken over one shot after another. Boy, is he playing well.
Brown with a screen on Paxson. Outside Curry. He's picked up by Jordan. And the basket by Curry.
And that's just one of his last 7 attempts here in the 4th quarter. Just has not provided the spark they need.
There's the pick. Pippen kicks to Jordan. Guarded by Curry. Gets the bucket.
Well, they've got to do something defensively because he's been unstoppable.
And defensively, Steve, your only choice now is to double him. I mean, I don't think there's another option.
And stolen by Jordan.
Seems like they got a little comfortable with the lead, guys. They're giving it away with this casual play with the basketball.
Yeah, you see a chink in the armor here with the turnovers they've committed. I mean, the composure is starting to wane.
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and 1. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Curry, and stolen by Jordan.
And mistakes this quarter have translated into 9 points at the other end.
They're really shooting themselves in the foot with this sloppy play, Steve.
Free throw good, Jordan. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're down by 12. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter.
This run a definite concern. They've lost all momentum. They need to try to sort this out right away.
We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter.
Kevin, he didn't turn the ball over once in the first half, but it's been a different story.
Oh, man. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
A superb alley-oop there. Prime time play.
Well, they had that one standing by, just waiting to pull it out.
Well, there's definitely a sense of understanding between those two teammates, that's for sure.
Pippen with the steal.
In a sloppy stretch for him. Now 2 turnovers in 3 minutes. He's got to focus in and value the ball.
That's a gift. I mean, you're just giving possessions away now.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth. Outside Curry. And stolen by Jordan.
Well, you hate to blame it.
Here's another look with the Sprite Slam King.
They've really executed well here offensively.
Well, it's going to take a major catastrophe, a colossal collapse, for them to not walk away with the win.
Outside Curry to end the run. Off glass and in. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
You see that as soon as there was an opening, he threaded the pass right through it.
Here's Jordan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First free throw is good. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:04 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Curry. Another steal.
They've done such a nice job disrupting this offense and forcing turnovers. That's a dagger. That will probably finish this game.
Yeah, it's over, Steve. Convincing closeout. You know, with that one, he's getting up there in turnovers. I mean, 4 in all now. He's got to be better with the ball to get his team back into it.
Lets it go with the 3. Good.
Little slow on the defensive rotation there.
Here's Jordan. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 19-7 run. Livingston. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Hodges checked in for Jordan.
At the line for the Bulls. 1 shot.
No good, and they don't get the three-point play. And Cleveland has possession. Steps back and fires. Again, the Cavaliers score. Here is Hodges. 16 seconds left in the game. From deep, count that one. And the Bulls lead by 18.
And that's going to do it. I mean, this thing is pretty much over. They've played well.
Well, it has been a bit anticlimactic the end of the game, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
Deflects the pass, out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Go to the block.
And so Chicago takes this one.
Okay guys, I have to stop for a while. Thanks for watching.